Sounds Production. What up, sound?
If you're in the show, go ahead and line up in the box.
What up, sound?
Y'all can go ahead and line up in the box. Go ahead and throw those juice boxes in the comments so let's see you. Boxes, y'all. Hello and welcome to the Red Room Talk. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Red Room Talk is a show about love, intimacy, and interpersonal relationships, including self, and erasing different social stigmas. We are here to have candid discussions and cut through stigmas to show in the end that no matter what your background, we all have commonalities when it comes to matters of the mind and heart. Last episode, if you missed us, that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by following the link in my profile to my Instagram. Last episode, we talked about the stages of dating, but this week we're going to talk about what comes after dating. Relationships. This week's topic is what's love got to do with it? Tonight in the Red Room, we have an all-star cast. We have G-Way, Miss Parker, Top Badge FDT, and Top Badge Mrs. Let's find out what this week's panel thinks. First things first, I'm going to let y'all in the box. Make sure y'all you keep your minds open and the language clean. Make sure you hit that plus, Miss Parker. Hold on. I can't even see this stuff.
Salute to the room. Salute to the room.
What up? What up?
We're just waiting on Miss Parker.
Hey y'all. Y'all just woke up, so y'all know I got to take a BC powder because earlier it was crazy.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the Red Room.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yo, thank you, audience.
I don't know where Miss Parker went.
Why are you taking a BC when you wake up? I'm confused.
Because I was drinking on Meet Me all day, and then I fell asleep.
Thought it was a pain reliever. You didn't
I
type
have a headache.
Yeah.
I have a hangover.
All right. First things first, I'm going to go in a circle. Ladies first, of course. I'm going to have y'all introduce yourselves, tell you a little bit about your stream and what you guys do on Tag.
Thank you.
Who going first?
Whoever wants to go first, whoever decides.
Hold on. I'm lagging on my end. Let me switch.
Okay, so hi y'all. I'm Mrs. Top Streamer. I've been doing this for 2 years. When you come to my stream, you're gonna laugh every couple seconds. You're gonna hear me talk some shit if you know how to spell, because she said clean language. I play games and I flirt in network. It don't matter if you have boy parts or lady parts. I'm gonna flirt with you, and just come and catch a good vibe. Like, you know, like catch a good vibe. That's it.
Miss Parker, tell us about yourself.
Anyway, y'all, I'm Miss Parker. Y'all already know who I am. What FTT? Why you making that face? Hey, y'all.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I did.
This is going to be fun, huh, guys?
Oh, wait. All right. Next.
I'm FTT. And I stream on here whenever. That's it. That's all. Well, what's
That's
up, Miss
it?
Parker?
So you live right now?
Oh, I like your accent too. You African?
Shut the fuck up. You know
That's
I'm
Miss Parker.
You know I'm African FTT. The fuck.
We look
Anyway.
All right, y'all, let's keep the language clean and our minds open. We're just waiting on my co-host. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I am Jen and Juice. I do the Red Room Talk every Saturday, of course, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's why we're here. But you can catch me most of the time late nights into early mornings.
I'm going to get out the box for G-Way could be in a big one. I'll be back.
How? But then everybody's going to have to get off. So
Right.
What is he talking
The
about?
whole rotation.
Right, he's talking about she gonna be big. What?
So he wants to be on top. He don't want to eat my coochie while he. Okay.
He always want to be on top.
So that made no
Mrs. Where she
made
going?
that made no sense what I just did, right?
No.
No.
It didn't. But that's okay. You're a man. You
I
know.
wanted J-Way to be the big one.
It's okay. It's okay.
That just made no sense.
I got some serious lag.
So tonight we are talking about relationships. Our topic is what's love got to do with it? So of course, talking about relationships, love is the biggest part of this. Okay, I'll go ahead and meet you. We'll go ahead and start from the bottom. I don't know where that was coming from. Was that coming from you? Maybe not.
That was me. That was me.
Okay. First question is, what is your definition of love?
Who going for it?
We might as well start at the top and work our way.
I'll get that. The definition of love to me is, of course, love is an intense feeling, of course, deep affection of another person. Like you have deep feeling for somebody, like you can't live without that person. That's love for me.
For me, love is when you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't breathe without that person. Like everything about them becomes your life. That's what I believe true love is, where you can't do nothing without thinking about them.
Usher definitely said that. But look, yeah, that's when I feel like love. When you love someone, that's the person you die for. I mean, you die for that person.
Oh.
Oh, you wanted me to say more?
Well, dang, I just found out that I'm in love with somebody because I'll die for them.
Yeah, I know. You stupid. I'm dead.
Where he at?
Yeah.
Where he at?
I'll wait.
Where he at? Hello.
I'll wait.
But nah, seriously, I feel I got a piece of what all y'all said, and for me, love is like a piece of what all y'all said, but I'm gonna put my spin on it. When I'm in love with someone, it's like I feel sick when they're not around. Like I feel love sick when they're not around. Like if they could just go wash their ass that's in the shower, and I'm gonna still feel sick. Like I'm gonna feel helpless without them.
Sound like you crazy, but
nah, they made me crazy. Okay.
Is that crazy in love?
I'm not crazy. Crazy is me. So
So for me, love is everything and nothing on a Sunday afternoon. Love is an action word. It is you can't do anything without thinking about that person.
Mm-hmm.
Hurting that person would hurt you. You know what I mean? It's to me, real love isn't shown until there's some sort of sacrifice. Whether that's giving up bad habits or giving up other people or what have you, is giving up and sacrificing some part of yourself, your past traumas to let them in, your insecurities, things like that. Love is it's a little bit of everything, a little bit of nothing, all at the same time. It's kind of unexplainable to me. It's like that yin and yang with you. They're everything you're not, and that's what love is.
Why? I think she's trying to see whoever in the back if they got butt or not.
evidently, you was looking at her background because I was even.
I was looking at you.
I was with me.
Why are y'all looking at my background?
Oh, no, man.
I don't know, but I was definitely peeping. I was definitely peeping. He might have got caught, but I was right there looking too. Like,
that's love. What's love got to do with that?
Anyways, next question.
If you're just pulling up, be very afraid. That's okay. You haven't missed much. We still have so much more to discuss. We've discussed your definition of love. Now I want to talk a little deeper.
Jen was looking too.
I wasn't gonna say it, but thanks.
Why is everybody looking at my background?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. All y'all going to tag jail. Is there a sheriff in the house?
Now I want to talk a little deeper on side of love. So make sure y'all really think about this one. Can someone raised on survival properly love someone who was raised in love?
Okay, so this takes me to where I say, like, sometimes, okay, because I used to be a thug, y'all. Like, I've been in jail, caught a couple of cases. So I always say I'd rather settle down with a reformed thug rather than a normal person. Because, like, to me, I feel like if I settle down with a normal person, then they'll be throwing stuff in my face like, shut up, jailbird. Shut up. Like, but a person who actually understands where I came from, they're more likely not to, like bring up my past every 2 minutes or talk about my history because they understand they've been there before. When a person who haven't been there before, like talks about stuff or they can't relate to stuff, then they start throwing it in your face or, talking about you behind your back to your family about stuff that you thought they was cool with. And 9 times out of 10, normal person ain't gonna be cool with a person's history, like a person who can relate.
So you actually do if they've been to jail before, and if they didn't, you're like, nah, you ain't the one.
Something like that. I'll ask like 2 weeks later if I start seeing signs that show that they've been to the pen. They for me.
You don't want it.
You ain't been to the clink. You ain't for me. That's
Right. Facts. I ain't even understand the question, so I ain't even know.
Can someone raised on survival properly love someone who was raised?
Like,
Want me to be a little deeper? So someone who was raised to just survive, like they kind of were raised on the streets and they've never had love, they were never loved properly. Like, maybe they were maybe they were adopted, or maybe they were in foster care, or maybe they were abused their whole life. It could be a multitude of things where they had to live just to survive. So then someone tries to love them who was raised in a loving home, who knows what love is, who maybe had a 2-parent home, maybe the other person only had a 1-parent home. It's a multitude of things. So we're talking about someone who was raised in survival mode all the time versus someone who was, or them trying to love someone who was raised in love and knows what love is and things of that sort.
Yeah, because the opposites attract. Yeah, I think everybody could love. I think everybody could love. You just got to learn how to love. So I feel like just because you got different backgrounds, if you got different backgrounds, you definitely could love each other. You don't got to have the same background. With the same background, I feel like if you got the same background, if you was fucking, excuse me, if you was the same background, gonna be kind of messed up, because if you was like not loved and the other person was not loved, how you gonna love each other? How y'all even gonna learn to love? So that person that was loved could teach the other person that was surviving how to love. That's how I feel. I mean, and just like I mean, I agree with Mrs. Jail, but I feel like if you've been in jail, somebody been in jail. I think you need somebody that that could teach you. Teach you better. I don't know. I feel like you could love. I mean, definitely. What up? Thank you, Batty. Oh, you didn't throw me nothing. Thank you. Go ahead.
I agree with that 110%, because if you was raised on survival, you don't really know about love. So that other person can teach you the stuff that you don't know nothing about. I don't know what this is. So I love for a person to love to teach me something new, no matter what it is. So if it's love, that's a 1-up for me.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet a man that I ain't got to spend money on him. He could just spend everything on me. It's like every time I meet a man, it's like they always got less than what I got. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, teach me something new, somebody.
Oh my God.
Thank you, boo.
You gonna say something, Ms. Parker, or no?
It's your turn, Ms. Parker.
Yeah. So yes, people raised on love see the world differently. There are more. To me, I feel like they are more obsessed. Of course, they have more fear, and they have trust issues.
Who have more fear? The person that was loved?
The person that was raised on survival.
People who are raised on yeah.
Oh.
Definitely agree.
I love you.
So you all have, this is fun. So you all have great points. But for me, I definitely think it's possible. I think it'll take a lot of work on both parts. Patience from the person who was raised on love, and effort on the person who was raised on survival. I feel like it could go the opposite way, where it could become like a parasite host relationship. Like the person who was raised on love is constantly giving, and the person who doesn't know how to love, or that person who was raised on survival, is constantly taking, because they don't know any better. They don't know how to love back. So unless they're really willing to heal those past traumas and to open themselves up to something deeper, to receive it, to accept it, then I feel like I feel like
Ma, you in the camera, ma. Yeah, come on, ma. You in the camera, baby.
Like, it's,
Can you ignore my background?
You asking me and G Way to ignore that?
Can y'all ignore my
What?
background? Anyways, next.
Hey,
feel like
if I was up here with a towel on, you wouldn't ignore my background.
not at all. Please drop it. Please drop it. Please, Lord, could you drop his towel? No, anyways.
She ready to get. She ready to get. Okay. To the left.
I feel like it's definitely a mess. So I feel like it's definitely possible.
Shout out to the towel. Shout out to the
Right.
towel.
Shout out to the Talon gang. Talon gang.
Towel king. Towel king.
It's definitely possible for someone who was raised on survival, but it would take so much effort. I feel like that it might become a weigh a lot on the person who was raised in love. It might become too much, like they're constantly giving, never receiving, and kind of like unequally yoked in that manner. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I think it would definitely be difficult. So if you're just pulling up, that is okay. I am still very afraid, but you haven't missed much. We still have a lot more to discuss. We just discussed our definition of love. We talked about someone who was raised on survival versus being raised on love, but now we're going to change direction a bit and talk about relationships. So, after you go through the dating stages we talked about last week, now we are in that phase of being together. We are comfortable. We know more about each other. But what I need to know is, what characteristics do you think are necessary for a strong relationship? And do you yourself possess these characteristics? We'll go ahead and start with Ms. Parker.
For me, is honesty. I do possess honesty. I feel like feel me like anybody can trust me. I'm that type of person. You can trust me. Especially when it comes to a relationship. Like, you feel me? I'm open-minded. I'm honest.
Ooh.
And I most definitely possess the characteristics. You feel me?
I agree with that. I would have to go with honesty, loyalty, and most importantly, self-security. Because there's nothing worse than an insecure person. You gotta love that person in the mirror first before you can love anybody else. If you don't love that person in the mirror, you can't love me. So I possess all those qualities.
Yeah. Same thing. I feel the same way. Honesty, you know what I'm saying? Characteristics. She got to be open minded, you know what I'm saying? Open minded, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? If I be like, hey, trying to bring a girl in, I want her to be like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Open, you got to be open minded. So, and you got to be, it's being a freak, or your communication is a must, definitely. I'm bad at communication, though, but I want somebody that could communicate, teach me how to communicate. But, yeah, and I want a freak. So, Miss Parker.
I didn't know he was had ice cream on the show.
All right, we know McDonald's ice cream machine work tonight, don't it? Wait.
I actually never worked, but tonight it's working.
It's working tonight.
It's working tonight.
Okay, so you said characteristics of love.
What characteristics do you think are necessary for a strong relationship?
Oh, okay. Loyalty, definitely. Loyal, you got to be loyal. If you ain't gonna be loyal, then what you around for? Because when the cops come knocking at the door, and then you be like, "Yo, she in the shower," and then I get taken out, then I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be loyal. Don't let them know I'm
talking about a different kind of loyalty.
I'm just joking, y'all. But seriously,
That sounded kind of personal, right there.
Nah, I'm joking. But now you got to be loyal. Definitely. I have 2 kids, so you definitely like you're not meeting my kids at first, but if it comes down to it to where like we fall in love, like my kids are a must. Like that's a package deal. So if you're not like every 2 minutes you asking me like different questions, oh why are they around or where they like when are they going to their dad? Like that's none of your business. If you can't love them like you love me, we cannot mess with each other. Um and you got like another characteristic, please be somebody that could know how to understand me and comfort me when times get hard. Because even though like I might seem like I'm hard and strong, sometimes I do break down. So just be that person that I can run to when I need like that support in different things. Because I might not want to talk to my friends about certain stuff. Like you might be that only person. So I need someone who's very supportive also. So right.
He said personality, empathetic, 100, communication is most definitely. Y'all make sure you are answering in the comments. We want to hear your guys' side too.
Right. Y'all can participate too
Um,
as well.
so the characteristics I think definitely are honest. I need someone who's honest to a T, even if it hurts. I think sometimes we need that reality checker. Just someone who now be nice. Do that stuff in private. You can correct me in private, but accept me in public. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I need someone who I can trust because I can love you and not trust you. But I need, and for to be in a relationship, I need to be able to trust you. Not only that, but I need someone. Communication is great, but I need someone who is understanding. I can talk to you all day long. We could talk about everything from A to Z, but if you do not comprehend and you do not understand and you don't take heed to things I'm saying, it's gonna always be this. Because if I have to be able to communicate with you.
Yo, y'all just named 2 escape songs. You said understanding. You know the understanding escape song, and she named Who Can I Run To?
Right. Right.
That's 2 escape
Oh
songs.
yeah. He must be on that
Shout out to
beer.
90s
That
R&B.
St. Patrick's Day Corona.
Who can I run? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he on
Um,
something.
so I also need someone who, oh my God, just love them. That exactly, like someone who knows me, learns me, who wants to find out the things that make me tick, the things that he knows that make me sad, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know me so well that when I'm uncomfortable without me even having to say it, or when attentiveness, most definitely. They said to understand they would have to communicate back, otherwise they just sitting and listening. Definitely flucking, Mr. Goddamn it.
Ooh.
I like to fluck all the time.
I'm open to fucking something. I ain't fucked in a while.
But
told me
no,
you fucked 2 days ago.
someone who even jokes with you, someone who knows that side of you and can bring out the best parts of you. People tend to bring out the worst parts of you, but I need someone who brings out the best in me. Someone who, like, say I'm having a bad day, but just with one word, like flucking, that you can make me laugh even though I'm having a bad day. And like that's one thing you can say is gonna make me laugh, even if I'm upset. Or, I always say that someone too, like that really I think would be it for me is I can go to the grocery store and have fun with you. Someone who I can have fun with at the grocery store.
Yes. Like get in
You
that
make
cart,
you
baby.
yes.
And
Someone
let
who
it
makes
fall over by accident.
and pay for it. No, I'm kidding. But someone who, makes an ordinary moment extraordinary. You know what I mean? Someone who makes just a simple moment, they can make that better just by being with them.
Right.
Right.
Teach us what? FDT, how you do what? What you talking about?
Jen touching my
The
soul
smoke
right
tricks.
now. I
The
promise.
smoke tricks.
It's making me miss somebody right now.
Who?
Oh,
I
missing
can't
who?
tell y'all.
Who you missing?
I can't tell y'all.
I'm missing you.
Does age matter?
Uh-oh.
Age ain't nothing but a number. I think it only
BS.
matters if it matters to you. We can stop and answer that. I think age really only matters if it matters to you. It's up to you.
Well,
I can tell you, my roommate and her boyfriend, they have a 20-year difference, but they are an awesome couple. Like they love each other.
20 years.
20 years, yes.
Jeez.
No, you
I
gonna
feel
have to.
like I
You
feel
have
like
to be
yeah.
my daddy at that point. I'm just saying, 20
I
years.
feel like how you know the female not older. See, that's what females think about. How you know the female not older.
She's definitely younger.
But I'm just saying that's what females talk about sugar daddy
Now
this
I'm
that
gonna tell
money money.
you, a lot of times I end up with younger men. It's not purposely, it's just how it happens. I'm probably gonna be a cougar when I get older. It
How
is what
young?
it is.
How young?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
good
kidding.
question. How young?
Yeah, how young? No, be
For
honest. Be
me,
honest.
honestly,
No, tell her. Tell her.
It's the woo side for me.
Come on,
Right.
honestly,
yeah.
I probably can't touch you if you. I don't know. It would just really depend. I really can't. 30 is what preferably, but if I fell in love with someone who was younger than that, I would say 25 would be absolute like the lowest that I would even have relations with or a relationship with. Because I mean, yeah, the younger ones they can keep up with me in other areas, but as far
Like
as
Lucky.
a relationship,
Them young ones be
the
trying to beat
mental
it out the frame
because
though. I ain't gonna count.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My first relationship, he was 5 years younger than me because I thought I needed someone who could keep up with me in that area, but he couldn't keep up with me mentally.
Could
So
never.
I think it really, it depends. It depends on what works for you. Thank you. So I don't think it matters. It only matters if it matters to you.
Right. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. For me, I could never date a guy younger than me. I'm 29. If you're younger than 29, you.
Thank you.
Shout out to the
Well,
Will
I'm
family.
31, so right now it's this dude that I've been on and off with for like a couple years. Like it's been like 4 or 5, but I think that's what's holding me back from really settling down with him is the fact that he's younger. Like, and I haven't really like I haven't seen him in 2 years, but like he be still like trying his card or whatever. And I still curve him, but it's hard for me to deal with young dudes. Like my first child's dad would have been like 44, 45 this year. And I'm 31. So and then my
Yeah,
second
yeah.
child's father is 36. So you got to be a little bit older. If you
Right.
older and you know how to, stick it where it's supposed to go and make me scream, and we good. You know what I'm saying?
Period. Not on,
Period,
not
baby.
on that. Okay.
A lot of flucking going on.
Well, there's a whole lot of fucking yes.
Whole
So if
lot of
you're
flucking
just
going
pulling up, that's okay. You have not missed it all. This is the Ratchet edition of the Red Room Talk. We just discussed our definition of love, someone raised on survival versus being raised on love, the characteristics you think are necessary for a strong relationship, and if age matters. We asked that in the comments. Now we're going to dig a little deeper into relationships. So after you've been in a relationship for a while, it can get mundane. It can, you issues arise, or when a relationship ends, you learn a lot for yourself. But what was something that you used to believe about relationships that you no longer do?
on.
I used to believe that you had to be with someone just because you live with them. Now, like, I don't believe that. Like, I feel like if I'm not happy, it's easy for me to just pick up and leave. When I was like younger, I used to really believe that if you live with someone, that you're supposed to be with them. Like, is that crazy?
No, I'm just laughing at the comments.
Oh. Hello? Am I the
I
only
don't
one
know.
on
I
the
just
show? Oh.
the one I believe. I mean, I feel like what I used to believe, like you really had to, you know what I'm saying, make your woman happy. But in relationships, you don't got to make your woman happy. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hold on.
I was just gonna let it fly.
Yo, G-Way said, what? Nah, I don't know. That question, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like
What
I don't
question
know.
do
I've
you
been
know?
taught. I've been taught about relationships because my parents been married for a long time. So it ain't nothing. I know they ain't gonna always be happy, or I don't know. Like I feel like everything I knew about relationships, I still know about relationships. There's nothing that was like a fairy tale to me. You know what I'm saying? I know they not
Right.
perfect. I know you argue. It just So
I gotta agree with FTT 110%. Like everything that I was brought up
right,
knowing and learning about relationships, I still
right,
believe in. I still stand strong behind. There's nothing different
right.
with me.
So y'all both single,
Miss
right?
Parker. Hell the fuck. I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay, I
I
just
am.
wanted to get that out there for the people. Okay,
Just
Oh, you
Miss Parker.
hold on.
put the people in the back.
Hold on. Who
Hold
that?
up, hold
The
up.
same person that said, "Yo, I thought we had to live together if we was in a relationship with each other." What?
Nah, like, okay, so you know how people stay in relationships just because if they're comfortable in relationships, whether they don't want to leave, they don't want to move. So they'll be comfortable in a situation that ain't making them happy just because they don't feel like doing certain stuff. That's all I was saying.
You single?
Yeah, I'm single. The fuck?
All right, well, hold my hand there. You right here on the bottom row with me. How about that? Did y'all get that in the comments?
Right, right.
What do you think, Miss Parker? And then we'll go to the comments.
I don't know. For me, I used to believe in second chances, but I don't believe that shit no more.
Damn,
That shit dead.
that's deep.
That's deep.
That's deep as hell.
That shit dead
So
to
you,
me.
so you feel like you don't deserve a second
So you
chance
mean
ever?
to, so you mean to tell me that if we laying out in bed together
I mean,
and I'm
no
drunk and I
motherfucker,
pee,
no nigga deserve no nigga deserve a second chance. You fuck her one time, that's it.
so
Wow.
if FPT get drunk as hell and y'all sleeping and you wake up in a pool of
What?
so he ain't getting a second chance.
Wait, what did Mrs.
Okay. All right, so you and FPT in a relationship, you get drunk and you wake up in a pool of pee. He ain't getting a second chance.
Nah, he gotta go.
I'm dead, yo. I'm dead. All right, I want to piggyback off what she said. Like, do y'all believe? Do the panel believe in second chances? Because I feel like everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah,
Nobody
I'm
perfect
giving second chance.
because Jesus gave us a second chance. So
I'm gonna be
We're not
honest.
talking about
Jesus
Jesus.
is
We're not talking
perfect.
about Jesus.
Hold up. I'm gonna be honest.
depends,
Jesus
right.
is perfect. I'm not Jesus, okay? I'm not gonna forgive you for all your sins,
we
okay?
all
Like you
I'm
can't
sorry.
just
Jen.
you can't fuck the
Hold
world
up.
and give me HIV and think I'm
That's
supposed to
my
forgive you.
opinion.
Like no.
I'm not gonna forgive you for all your sins, okay? I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
But
You
nobody's
knew
perfect though.
what you did when you did it, and that you did it intentionally, because you have to think about things before you do them. You have a sound mind. You're not mentally incapacitated, and if you are incapacitated in any way, that was on you to keep yourself straight enough to not do some offhanded thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to Jen for not making mistakes.
it's not that I don't make mistakes, but the untouchables, okay, like cheating.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you another bullet and a gun to shoot me. No, I'm not.
Never.
Right. It's basically like
Never.
saying
No, I've been there, did that. See,
a
this is the
person fucked
thing.
the
That was a
world,
conscious. You
gave
have
me
to consciously
HIV,
think about it.
and then be like, "Can I get a second chance?" Like, fuck no, you gave me HIV, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
What?
Like to say, I said it's kind of like fucking the world and bringing me HIV and then asking me to give you a second chance.
Right. The fuck? No.
Why we can't have? Why we? Wait. You said get HIV.
Miss Parker understand where I'm coming from because y'all man is slow as hell tonight.
How? That wasn't a good example.
It was a good example because some people might not understand.
I don't. That was horrible. Thank you.
That was horrible.
No, Miss Parker, you understood.
It was a little far-fetched, but I get her
okay.
Because you don't know.
Exactly.
Listen, let me put it a little clatchily. What she means is, in Mrs. language, is if you do something, say you go cheat and you bring something home to me, unbeknownst to me, because I'm gonna tell you, if you didn't think twice before you slept with somebody, I'm gonna say you probably didn't think twice before you hit it raw. And I'm just gonna
Right.
be honest. Your moral code is kind of slim to none. Okay, so you doing that, you didn't think about me. Hurting me should hurt you. That's something I just said earlier. I feel like at that point, you it's like no man's land. You've gone where no man should even go. Okay, let's be honest. If you really love someone, I don't feel like you could even do that. I know for me, maybe it's a
Do what?
female thing,
Do
but if
what?
I love you and I can't
I
even like, I don't even really look at nobody like that. My eyes are solely on you. I could literally, Michael B. Jordan, as much as I think about him in my dreams, if he were to come up to me and I like am with, say G-Way and I are together and Michael B. Jordan comes up and says, hey, you wanna, okay, we might have to have a discussion about this, G-Way, actually. You
G-Way
might
damn.
be
So
gotta
that
give
one.
you.
you
I,
Oh,
permission.
that's it.
He might be that
G
one
Way is going
person.
to
I'm
push
just
you
kidding.
that way, Black
But
Panther.
no,
Go,
seriously
go.
though. But I feel like for me, it's like the blinders to other people. Like I can't even like fathom being with anybody else if I love you. It's just I'm just not built like that. Like I can look at someone and be like, oh, they're an attractive man, but when you really love someone, it's like you have
You just
like
don't have.
these
You don't want to open your legs for
goggles
nobody
on.
else or
You don't really
share
see them.
special moments with them. Like you only want to
Um,
share that special time with that person.
I definitely believe you can be in love and then see somebody else and want and have lust for them. I definitely believe that. I
I
think
mean,
you
you can
definitely
Of
have
can.
course
lust
you
when I see
can.
them, and I know you're good
But
looking. I'm
you
not
gonna
saying
are you
that,
gonna
but I
act
mean,
on it?
What?
Are you gonna act on the lust, or are
That's
you just
called
gonna
that's
keep
called
lusting?
that's called cheating though. That's called cheating. Yeah,
right.
if I might act on
Right.
And
it.
that's kind of what we're talking about. It's like having that second chance. Some things you just don't deserve a second chance, and that's one of the things I will not give a second chance for.
I feel you. I feel you.
Um, but anyway, for me, something that I used to believe about relationships that I no longer do is that they last forever. Sometimes they only last as long as you're working for it.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's something I really learned in it. And as sad as it is, you know when you get with someone and you love them, you think, oh my God, we're gonna be together forever. Well, it's only lasts as long as you work for it. Um,
Facts.
so if you're just pulling up, you're definitely late. But it is okay. You haven't missed everything. We still have a little bit more to discuss. We just discussed the definition of love, being raised on survival versus being raised on love, the characteristics you think are necessary for a strong relationship, something you used to believe about relationships and no longer do. The comments had brought up is age an issue. And then lastly, I want to discuss, once you get into a relationship, and you're at that point where you know each other like the back of your hand. You know everyone's weaknesses, you know your greatest parts, but how do you keep a relationship from going stale?
Hey, turn the bed. You gotta spice it up in the bedroom.
That's some
You
freaky
gotta
shit.
spice it up in the bedroom, spice it up in the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen. Like
Spice it
um,
up outside. Spice it up in the truck. Everywhere.
everywhere.
You said in the
That's
truck?
Yeah, in the truck. That's
I
where
In the
my
touch.
truck.
second son was
Check
cussing
out
you. The
outside.
fuck?
Everywhere. Right.
I
Y'all
be
Thank
I
talking
be
my
you.
touching.
language. Beep beep.
Right. Beep 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 beep. Yeah. Facts though.
Yeah.
Get on
Yeah, and
my
then
nerves.
y'all get y'all somebody who could enjoy a good laugh from time to time because there's so many people that just don't like to laugh. Like, don't be
Right.
that person. Do not be
Yeah.
that person. If you cannot laugh until you shed tears with me, as funny as I am, I can't. Mm-mm.
Nah, that's true though. Somebody
Yeah,
can make you
because
laugh. That's why I think I get buns because I make people laugh.
also it's not basically
Hey,
solely off your looks. It's
hey,
because you
Nah,
funny.
it ain't off
Oh,
my looks.
for
Ain't off my
y'all.
looks.
for
If
real.
you think I'm
Mark,
funny, I'm open to sleeping with y'all. Because that's what he just said, right?
hey, my uncle told me a long time ago, if they'll grin, they'll beam.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
I'm weak.
That's facts,
You
man.
know, they laughed and laughed and laughed, and then their pants fall off.
Right.
Um,
No, that's real. That's real though. That's real. If you can make a
Laugh you out
female
your
laugh,
drawers.
yep, laugh her out the drawers. That's real though. That's facts though.
Oh, wait.
Yo,
Well,
Park, Park, I could
what
do
if she
that to
don't
what do
you.
wear
you?
drawers? Can she still laugh out her drawers?
I mean, Winnie the Pooh laughed. You
Winnie
know,
the Pooh didn't
Well,
have
I thought
drawers.
Winnie was a Pooh was a
he had
boy.
no drawers on. No, it was just a t-shirt and no panties.
For real?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah,
Yo,
you don't remember?
dead, yo,
So what was there?
He had no pants.
damn.
He had none,
He was
just
already
the
ready for
buns.
action.
Yo,
But
woo.
what do you think, G-Way? How do you keep a relationship from going stale?
Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous. Don't become predictable. Don't become a person that, oh, I know you get off at 3:30. At 4, you watching the stories. At 5, you getting the kids. At 6, you cooking dinner. Don't let it become a routine. Like
True.
switch it up, spice it up. Be spontaneous. People are scared to step outside of their comfort zone. Get outside the box, man. You got to get outside that box.
Real shit.
Jen, you look like you is drooling right now while he talking. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah, I see Jen. I see
Yeah.
Jen licking her lips and all
Jen
that.
looked like she was drooling around them parts.
Hey,
Okay,
So,
hey, stupid.
Oh, you left a little bit. You left a little bit. Get it right there.
get it, get it.
Right there.
Right there. Oh,
Um,
Okay.
right there.
so for me, I definitely feel like obviously in the bedroom, keep it sassy, keep it sexy. I like how you said, like, make it not so mundane. Like, I might write a riddle and have you come find me. It's something I've done before.
Yeah.
You want to make it exciting, you know what I mean? And don't stop dating your partner. I feel like when you stop dating your partner, it's like when you take the imagination off your man, the chase is over. You know, keep your man imagining what could come next. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them know that there's more to you. It's like going to school on your partner. Like, as long as you never want to stop learning about each other, the relationship will never get boring because you're always learning, you're always changing, and especially we all grow. Every year that you're together, that's growth, so that's changing. So there's more to learn because you're something different at that moment, you know.
real shit.
So I definitely it's not just the bedroom as much as, like, yeah, that is a great part, but when you get older, you're I'm sorry, gentlemen, but you're not always gonna be able to go there.
Hold
Okay.
on. I looked it up on Google. Jen.
Oh, that's the worst place.
No,
Why
listen,
you ain't ask your
G-Way.
pediatrician?
Yo,
Why you ain't
Jen.
ask your
When your
pediatrician?
hip is broken, you're
Yo,
not gonna be
Jen.
able to do that
Yo,
like that.
Jen, guess the percentage of the men that has ED.
This is
Guess
a
the
mess.
percentage. Guess the percentage. It was
Why he ain't
surprising.
ask his pediatrician?
But I feel like
52% of men is gonna have ED. Yup.
see,
Believe that.
and I need to make sure that Ed doesn't ruin my relationship. So
I'm dead.
you know, you have to make sure that your relationship is deeper than based on physical contact, because how boring would that be if that's the only thing that
Yeah.
keeps your relationship alive? You know, especially, and then even speaking of in the bedroom, you know, you have to be able to. I need to have someone who I can laugh with in the bedroom too. I don't care if you picking me up and I'm like, if you drop me, 5-second rule still applies. You still got to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you have someone that you can laugh with forever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. That made me a little horny. And I never get horny.
The 5-second rule.
It still applies. But you know, I mean, look, all jokes aside, just make sure that you have someone who you want to be with, who's always going to be there, and make sure that they don't want to stop learning about you. Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry to get ghetto. So if you're just pulling up, you're definitely late, but we are at my favorite part of the night. We just discussed your definition of love, being raised on survival versus being raised on love, the characteristics you think are necessary for a strong relationship, something you used to believe about relationships and no longer do, and how to keep a relationship alive. And now we're going to talk about, or go to my favorite segment, the Ask Jen host hot seat question. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to know for this week's hot seat question. If you want your question to be featured for this week's next week, hot seat question. Make sure you hit the icon in my profile and follow me on Instagram and look out for the Ask Jen Host hot seat question post. This week, Adonis wrote in and asked, hold on just one second.
Who in here real name is Adonis? Because that's like a
Adonis,
little kid's
Adonis, it's a
name.
boxer name, Adonis.
That's a little kid's name. Like I feel like
How
once
is
you
it?
reach 13, you should have like a different name.
This
Little
week,
kid gonna grow up and be a man.
Adonis wrote in.
Right. Yo, Miss is crazy, man.
For real. Like if you name Adonis, you ain't never gonna grow up.
Right. I'm dead.
This week, Adonis wrote in and asked,
It's like a
what
kitty
is
name.
a way, what is a way besides talking to make sure that your partner is equally loved the same for a healthier relationship?
Ooh.
Good question.
Honestly, without communication, I feel like how would you know other than like body language? If you know your partner the way you're supposed to know them, if you're not putting in the work, I feel like, oh my I feel like it really.
What is that, a bird?
No, it's my dog, and I'm about to.
We can't even hear him though. I can't really. I heard him a little bit. He was crying. He loves you. That's love.
That is not love right now because he's trying to cry for a toy that is not there. Anyways, so what is a way besides talking to make sure that your partners equally love the same for a healthier relationship? I feel like learning their love language, learning your partner, really getting to know them, getting to know their likes and dislikes, I feel like is the only way that you're going to know that they are equally loved.
You just do something out there?
Yes, I did. I feel like you have to like just know your partner. Without really learning them, I mean, how would you know that they're equally loved if you don't have that feeling? You know what I'm saying? That you just know, like you can just tell. If you don't know your partner, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know anyways. To really learn your partner, to really know them, to know all aspects of them, I feel like is how you know that they're equally loved, is because you're putting in as much effort as they are.
Right. You got a boyfriend, Miss Parker? What are you rolling your eyes? I just asked one question.
No, I don't.
You trying to
So I had a second person actually write in. KG wrote in, can love keep you in a loveless relationship? And that's kind of me a double negative. How, I mean, with if it's a loveless relationship, I mean, you're kind of past that point. You've already been through the trying to make it work. You're already at the point of where the love is, love don't live here no more. Another song for you, FDT.
Yeah.
If the love is already gone, how can you keep something alive unless you really like decide like, okay, we need to find that love again. We need to find that part of us that loves each other again, and cultivate off that piece of you that still loves each other. But other than that, I mean, if the love is gone, I feel like at that point it's time to move on. And that's okay. Not everything lasts forever, as much as we all want that fairy tale of happily ever after, but let's face the facts that love doesn't always last forever. Oh shit. So crap. I thought I'm thinking she's throwing up gang signs.
It's been looking past the mute sign for me. She looked past the mute sign and saw all
look. I thought you were throwing up gang signs. Yes, girl, you were right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what do you? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I mean,
I feel like, yo, I don't know how people like get married like 20 to 25 years and they just get a divorce. I don't understand that. I just feel like people be like, they don't want to leave because you've been with that person so long. You got to learn a new person. But you're right. If the love is gone, Gotta go. But I just how the Lord
That's
how the
kind of
Lord.
like
Yeah.
that's kind of like when I was touching bases about like staying in the house, like living with someone. When I like, she asked a question about um what I used to think about relationships that I don't think now. That was basically the same thing I was saying about living with someone and thinking that you have to be with them just because you live with them or just
They
because y'all
become
married.
they become a roommate and not a partner.
Right.
Facts.
Mhm.
So, um,
I
that's
like
where your kids can do
like
that.
African women.
You should be able to just look at them. I definitely agree.
I like
So if you're
African
just
women.
pulling up, it's basically over. You're late. But that's okay. Tonight's topic was what's love got to do with it? The inside look at love and relationships. You're definitely late, but do not fret because you can find us every week on YouTube, which you can find posted in my Instagram bio by clicking the icon in my profile. Now I would like to wrap up this show with a quote, and then I will let you guys go through and introduce yourselves again, and then we can wrap it up.
That was
Um,
quick. That was
that's
enjoyable.
Right.
that's
Feel like
what
we
she said.
just got here.
Right.
If it's all fun when you're having, or it's all whatever, you know what I'm saying. It is not time. Y'all have got me messed up tonight. I
Just
can't tell
basically
y'all.
say it's lit when you feeling on the clip. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
That's it.
there you go. What she said.
Totally understand.
It is not time nor opportunity that is to determine intimacy. It is disposition alone. 7 years would be insufficient to make some people acquainted with each other, and 7 days are more than enough for others. Jane Austen.
Ooh,
Say it
that's like
one more
love at
time.
first
Somebody
sight in
say
One more
7 days.
time.
For the
One
people
more
in the
time.
back, say that again.
it.
It is not time or opportunity that is to determine intimacy. It is disposition alone. 7 years would be insufficient to make some people acquainted with each other, and 7 days are more than enough for others.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Y'all, put me on mute.
Somebody's coming. So go ahead and reintroduce yourselves.
I'm coming. That's all I heard.
It's been a fun, wild, ratchet night, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me know about yourself. Mrs. We'll go ahead and start with you. Tell me about you. Tell me about your stream.
All right, so like I was telling y'all, I'm Mrs. Catch me on Making a Mess Mondays. I am the co-host with Lil Woody. If you got any drama to talk about or anything happened to you on the app, there goes Lil Woody right there. Make sure y'all click her name, favor her. She's super thick. You know what I'm saying? Thick, 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 thick. So make sure if y'all like a big chick, favor her and enjoy the show. Mondays, 9 o'clock p.m. We will be doing the Top Badge edition coming up in the next week here. FET will be featured on there, and there's some other of your favorite top badges that will be featured on that show. So make sure y'all tune in and hit me with a fave. And thank you for having me on the show, Jen. Appreciate it.
Yo, thank you, Taddy. Man, my name's FTT. I just love the stream, man. My stream, I just like females coming in there, tricking and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Just come and trade your trick on the brother, man. Just come and trick on the brother, man. Yo, dudes don't always got to trick on females, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mrs. came through yesterday, and she was tricking on me, so it's all right. I'm trying to get Miss Parker to come trick on me. It's all right. It's all right for females to trick on dudes, bro. It's all right.
Yeah, I swear to God, there's something wrong with this man.
Oh,
Well, they say men don't be mature until they reach their 30s. Like he's almost 40, so what's his excuse?
I'm dead. You funny.
So
Lord.
G-Way, let us know about your stream before
I spit the drink. Oh shit.
Party
She's a
foul.
spitter.
Y'all know to catch me Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got a show called Hood Feud, which is a ghetto version of Family Feud. Been doing it now for about 3 months. You can also catch me on Get Lit on Thursdays. Right here on Saturdays at 10 p.m. And if you bored on a Tuesday or Thursday night, and you feel like getting hot and sweaty and bothered, come through the red light special. I got the R&B jumping, and like FDC said, you can come through and sip on your wine and trick off on me.
Ooh. Well, I
Two
got
way or no way.
wine. Now I don't know if I got stuff to trick with, but I got wine.
I got. I got.
Tell us about yourself, Miss Parker, so we can wrap it up.
She enjoys breastfeeding at night.
Ooh, I would love to be that baby. I would love to be that
Walks
Miss
baby.
in the park.
Parker, make sure you
Oh, wait. Yeah.
tell us about yourself so
Yeah.
we can go ahead and wrap it up.
Anyways, yeah, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Miss Parker _345. Or y'all can follow me on tag, period. I'm on
How many coins you got in your thing?
Well, I know you wasn't born in March.
Don't do
And I know you
that.
wasn't born in 45. So
Ooh.
what
Right.
does
Thank you,
345
Mr.
mean? That mean you ready at 345?
Huh?
So I am Dan and Juice, the hostess with the mostest. You can find me here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If these people don't kill me before then, I am probably one of the funniest, most easygoing people on the app. It's always a vibe in here. Um, never, never gonna not be someone who you can talk to. You can always come here to talk, vibe, laugh, listen to music. We do all kind of stuff here. So make sure y'all pull up every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do graphic design. So if you need banners, flyers, what have you, I'm also the graphic artist for the Getting Lit show, which is on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that we can wrap up and then have a little party after.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Yo, Miss
Yay.
Parker, how many coins you got? You trying to come
Yo,
on
you worry
you
about
trying
the
to trickle
wrong
it?
thing, yo.
You trying to trick? Yo, Mrs. Mind your business.
Yo,
I
you
don't
worry
know
about
what.
the. You got coins?
You come in.
It's over, love.
Ready to get
What
busy.
up, sound?
Dude, we supposed to get out the box now?
No.
Oh, I thought she was kicking us out.
I'm dead.
Damn, this nigga already trying to leave. Bye.
No, I thought she was.
Quantum Sounds Production. What up, sound?